Hey guys, I'm here in Dallas, Texas for the Raider Product Transition Seminar, and we're staying here at the Hilton. And I thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk about hotel security and staying safe and secure. So what better person to do that with than Clint Emerson, Mr. 100 Daily Skills, right? So how do we stay safe and secure in our hotel rooms so we're not getting kidnapped, robbed, you know, all the other bad stuff? Dead,
yeah, that's not good. Dead's bad.
That's bad.
I mean, probably the best way to break it out is you got your physical security, you know, that's of you, your family, your friends, whoever you're traveling with. And then there's the safety aspect.
Okay.
And then there's all the technology and the threats that come with that. And I think those are the real big three domains that you have to at least think about before you even leave your home and go on a trip.
Okay.
Right? So travel security ends up being more than just an itinerary and knowing where you're going and who you're meeting with. It's more about planning and prepping and understanding potential threats that come your way and then how to mitigate them.
We're trying to stay safe and secure.
Right.
I can lock the door, but is that good enough?
It is, to a certain degree. I mean, when we talk about occupying your hotel room, the door really is the focus of safety and security. So why don't we walk over and we'll talk through some things. I mean, obviously you check into your hotel room, you want to check, you know, we have a sliding glass door, we have a balcony, we have other windows. Just like you do at home, check and make sure they're locked. Right? Very rarely do people do that, but it's important because there's always another way in. And it's a matter of identifying it and securing it.
Right.
Now, the door, this is your main. Obviously, we know we live in an environment right now temporarily where other people have access. You're staying in, yeah. You want to throw the hasp shut and you want to go ahead and lock it all the way, right? So there's always a deadbolt, there's always a hasp. Some of the more additional things you can do, especially if you're going to kick back and take a nap, is maybe stack up coffee cups, glasses, anything that's put out complimentary in the room right in front of the door.
Stack them up, make a little pyramid, and that way we hear some crashing if...
Sure. You know if someone's just trying to jar it open, right? And if someone does have a key, that hasp is going to keep it still closed. That's why they have them.
Yeah.
But we know that bad guys can bypass these pretty easily.
Pretty quickly, too.
So once again, you've got a signal in place that allows you to get to the ready and at least look out for yourself, defend yourself, whatever.
And, you know, we talked about this before, is all about how, like, that 3 extra seconds, that 1 extra second that you can gain to protect yourself.
Without a doubt. You want the first bang, wakes you up. The second bang is getting you ready to do whatever you need to do. And when they finally get through the door, you're already ready.
It's their bad day, not yours.
Correct. Almost all your commercial doors have a commercial door closer, right? This allows a door to close when you leave each day. It's an arm that pushes this door shut. When you leave, you should still check it anyway because these things sometimes fail. But one of the things you can do to increase security is you want to wrap this belt. We want to pull through itself if we can here. It's on the arm attached to the door frame, and that's what you want to anchor to. And then we're going to wrap it as tightly as possible. And now what we're doing is we're creating our own lock without improvising too much. You just got a belt. You can use the strap on a messenger bag, on your luggage, on a purse. Anything will work here. And lock that door down. And when you lock that joint, now you're good. No one's opening this door in any kind of form or fashion anytime soon.
Yeah, and that's going to give you, I mean, they're going to be able to push through it if they really want to, but you're going to know about it and you're going to be ready.
Without a doubt. Yeah. You got a signal and you're making it difficult. So you're delaying and denying at the same time.
It's time to go have a frappe espresso down by the beach. I'm going to leave my hotel room. What do I do?
All right. So first, anytime you're traveling overseas, you really don't want to leave anything behind. But if you can't, then you're going to leave them behind. There's some things you can do to determine whether or not they've been tampered with. All right. So first thing is discrete alignment. Discrete alignment is really knowing exactly how you're placing something. Discrete means you're using either your fingers, your thumb width. You can do a thumb distance. The vulnerable part on this computer for anybody who wants to try and get into it is the USB port. So you want to position, let's say, this bottle of water 1 thumb length away from the USB ports. That has to be moved out of the way for someone to plug in and exploit your laptop, right?
Right.
So that's discrete alignment. Then there's another thing you can do using cardinal bearings. So you can use, let's say, the handle on this coffee cup, and we want to pull up the compass on our phones, or if you carry like a little micro one, that's on some of these guys with compasses on their watch, it's just much easier. Throw it down. We know which way is north. Maybe we're going to point our handle north. Now, for someone to figure out to reset that exactly north, good luck. Okay, even if it's off a little bit, you're going to notice it between the compass and the cup itself. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah, just little tricks. Now, the big one for me personally, I was traveling abroad all the time alone, and I got tired of setting traps because it's hard to remember them sometimes. How many times have you set something, you come back and you're like, what the hell did I do?
I've been gone out 12 hours doing whatever.
Yeah, so
drinking cervezas and too much coffee.
So I ended up creating an app called Photo Trap, and it's specifically for trapping your room. So you can take a picture of your environment, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and we want it today's date, it's date time stamped, okay? We'll take a picture of our environment, and you want some permanent features in the picture, okay? We have it, it's photo trapped. We come back, and let's say some stuff gets moved. We'll move some stuff, there we go. Now we wanna line the ghost image back up, take the second picture, and then now we can see everything that's been disturbed in the environment. You can zoom in, you can see the phone's been moved, you can see the laptop was moved, everything's been moved. So this makes it a lot easier. You don't have to remember your traps. And just in case you are under surveillance, meaning there's audio or video in your room, you don't want to look like you're setting traps to anybody watching. So when you do set traps, make sure it's natural. You're doing things naturally, because the last thing you want is a host nation thinking you're some trained guy when you're just there on vacation.
All right, so we're safe inside. We've got our trap set up. We know our personal stuff is taken care of. Now we're gonna leave. What's some last minute things that we can do when we leave to make sure that our stuff is safe and to give us a heads up?
So as you're leaving, the whole idea is to push your perimeter back, right? And we also want to set up a sensor so we know when we're walking to the door that something's gone wrong. So do not disturb. One thing to point out, do not disturb does not mean that people are going to stay out of your room, okay? It's just nice to have. So as you leave, we want it to look like a mistake. We want it to look like
you were in a hurry.
Where you're in a hurry, and the door closes and it locks, right? And so it got hung up in there. Now, as I approach the door and I find out, and if I come back to the door and this thing is hanging freely, like so, then that's the first signal that I need to start paying attention, right? Okay. Now
Somebody's obviously been in here.
And now I need
my
to
alert level's going a little higher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now
Maybe getting the zebra pin out.
Maybe getting ready. Yeah. And then once you're inside, now you're confirming with the rest of the traps you set.
Right. Or if another way to do that is if you're by yourself, if you might be a female, you're not comfortable with confrontation, maybe you need to go notify hotel security. Hey, I feel like somebody has been in my room. I think you guys need to go check it out.
Yep. Can I
and
get
that
an escort?
alerts. Yeah. And that alerts something, and that's going to keep people safer. Clint, hotel security, man, it's important. People like to travel, but they're always a little weary about traveling in hotels, especially abroad. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Can't thank you enough.
Yeah, not a problem.
Can't thank you enough. And hey guys, if you like this, you got any questions for us, like, comment, subscribe. You leave your comments below. I'll shoot them to Clint. Go on Amazon. Amazon, right?
Yeah.
100 Daily Skills. There's a lot of them. The book is awesome. It can teach you everything from hotel security, breaking out of cars. I mean, anything, really. Protecting yourself, improvised weapons. It's a lot. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that little notification button and let us know what you think. All right, see you guys next time.